All right, welcome back. So we got our Lucky Tackle Box XL Bass Box for the month of August. If you're not familiar with Lucky Tackle Box, it's a subscription-based service. You send them $15 a month for the basic bass box, and they'll send you a box of tackle worth something more than that. So this is an upgrade to the bass box. It's the XL box. It's got 2 extra baits each month, usually premium baits, and it's a $9 upgrade. So it's $23.99 for this box, basically. So let's go ahead and dig in and see what we got. All right, first thing up, we got our card showing us what's in the box. And first thing is the Castaic BD Series 4-inch BD shad. So this is part of the Castaic's Boyd Ducket series. This is just a little shad swim bait. Seen a couple reviews. Fluke Master did a review of this thing online when it first came out, and it looks like their quality control has improved based just on the quality of the tail right there. It looks like they cleaned the tail up a lot. But for the most part, this is a very similar bait to the bull shad swim bait. 4-segment. It's offset treble on the front. So it's still a treble hook, but all the hooks are on one side, and there is a magnet right there to hold that treble hook in this position, which makes it more likely that the fish will get it in his mouth. And they get a little bit smaller treble in the back. The only issue I can see with this front treble, good news is it's a good sharp hook. Bad news is if you have to replace it, you're probably out of luck, because good luck finding another hook like that. This looks like a kind of an olive shad color. And yep, so it's a 4-inch slow sink green. Most slow sinks you're looking at about a foot a second. So I definitely see myself throwing this on Lake Mead and Lake Mojave, primarily actually probably for striped bass, not necessarily for largemouth, but largemouth will hit it and smallmouth will as well. So that is the BD shad from Castaic, and that retails for $20. So there's most of the price of the box right there. All right, next up we got the Chasing Trophy Fish EOC 3.5-inch stick bait. So there we go. This looks like a little jerk bait. It's a real high quality finish on this thing. So almost like a photo print, or like a liquid dip. But it's a little jerk bait. If I had to guess, this thing's probably only about 1/4 ounce. Real lightweight. Not a whole lot of information on the package. But 3.5-inch, good rattles, nice sticky sharp hooks, real small hooks, real small bait, but very, very realistic looking bait. Not 100% sure what you'd call this pattern. Looks kind of like a baby bass pattern. Don't know if it suspends, don't know if it floats. And yeah, so no idea if this sinks or floats, but kind of a cool looking little bait. And that is the EOC stick bait, 3.5-inch stick bait from Chasing Trophy Fish. And that retails for $7.50. So we're 2 lures in, and we're already past the price of the box. So doing fairly good this month. Right, next up we got the Cabin Creek Bait Company Buoy Worm. And this is just a really, really simple drop shot worm. So these are like they're in green pumpkin. They call the color Get the Net, so a little bit of a pumpkin candy. It's not your normal flake in it. It's more of a more like a confetti. So the individual flakes, instead of being square, are really long and really thin. And what's really cool about this, what I'm noticing, is the reflective flake in here is all running in line with the body of the bait, rather than just being kind of scattered through the bait. So I don't know how they managed to do that, but at least on this one, they're all running in line with the bait. It looks like it's like that in all of them. so kind of cool looking. And they're red and gold and blue flake through here, otherwise a green pumpkin. And according to the package, this is a hollow finesse worm, which means it should really stand out on a drop shot. So the worm itself should float. 4-inch, so they call it the original 4-inch stand-up hand-dipped super soft hollow finesse worm. And this is a Lucky Tackle Box 5-pack. So ordinarily does not come in a 5-pack, but the 5-pack here they say retails for $5.79. That's the Cabin Creek Baits Buoy Worm. Looking forward to trying that. Smalley should tear that up. Right, next up we got the Mustad KVD Triple Grip Short Shank Hooks. Maybe. Yeah, they are. So it looks like we got red, size 2 and 4. Yep, so there's 2 different sizes of hook in here. Got some number 4 hooks, got some number 2 hooks. It's 2 of each. Nice red hooks. And these are just regular size, regular strength. So not extra short and not extra strong, just regular hooks. And the last thing that comes in the normal box is the Vicious Tubby tube. So yeah, nice big fat head tube. As usual, a lot of salt. Real fine legs on the skirting on this thing, so should have really good action. Smells like plastic. This is in watermelon seed. It's a 5-pack of 4-inch tubes, and it retails for $3.99. All right, so the next 2 items are specific to the XL box. So first up, we got the Lunker Hunt Poppin Frog. And if you check out Lucky Tackle Box's YouTube channel, Travis Moran actually did a video specifically on this frog and how to fish it and all of its features. So if you want a real in-depth review of this frog, check out Lucky Tackle Box's YouTube channel. This is a topwater frog. It's got a nice cupped mouth for popping. One thing I noticed about it that's really unique compared to other frogs is just the direction that these hooks actually point. So you notice these hooks are already pointed up, whereas most frogs, the hooks will end up kind of right in line with the line tie. These are angled up, should increase your hookup ratio, but because because it's not exactly in line, I'm not 100% sure how it's going to be on keeping them pinned once you got them hooked. But the other thing about this is instead of having skirting for legs, it's actually got little frog legs. So sitting here like this, with it sitting at rest, they're coiled up underneath it, and as you pop it, it looks like the thing's kicking. So pretty cool little bait, nice and heavy. Should have chucked this thing a mile. 1/2 ounce, 55 millimeter. So it's a nice compact little frog, and this is in Tree Frog. So that is the Lunker Hunt Poppin Frog. Pretty cool little bait. And the last thing we got is, and that retails for $7.99. All right, so the last thing up we got is the Sabeel Vibe Machine. So this is part of the Sabeel Action First series. What's kind of unique about these is, one, they're externally weighted. The front hook hanger has the weight on it. This is a lipless crankbait. But pretty much all the Action First series have any weighting just right on the edge of the lure. So the good news about that is it should fall. It should fall in line just like this, rather than laying over on its side. And when it hits the bottom, it should just sit there like this if you're yo-yoing it. So if you look, this right here, this whole section right here is the weight on this bait. So actually fairly subtle rattles on this thing. It's nice nice bright fluorescent green back, chartreuse on the belly, fluorescent orange around the eyes. chrome finish otherwise. And what do they call this color? Lime chrome. I'll buy that. The only problem I got with this might be a little too obnoxious for most of the super clear water I fish around here, but I'll definitely give this thing a try. Kind of cool looking little bait. And once again, it's nice and heavy. You should be able to toss this thing a mile. Yeah, it says it's a 1/4 ounce. I don't buy that bait's a 1/4 ounce. I'm gonna throw this thing on a scale. Hang on a sec. All right, so I've got my wife's kitchen scale here, and I'll go ahead and throw this thing on the scale. And the scale shows it at 0.4 ounces, so probably 0.375 ounces. This thing's 3/8 of an ounce, or heavier. So I'm not quite sure where they got the 1/4 ounce out of from this. Maybe the weight, maybe just the belly weight on it's a 1/4 ounce, but the whole lure weighs a good bit more than that. Nice and compact, should be nice and streamlined. Like I said, you should be able to toss this thing a country mile without trying too hard. That is the Sabeel Action First Vibe Machine. That retails for $6.99. All right, so overall, really good value this month compared to retail. So, first 2 lures we already passed the retail price, and then add another almost $30 worth of lures on top of that. So fantastic value this month. Also in the box we got our Lucky Tackle Box sticker. It's a new design that just came out this month. And we got our Fish Hound magazine, and this is a pretty hefty edition this month. Looks like it got a lot of pretty good stuff in there. So anyway, that's the Lucky Tackle Box Bass Box XL unboxing for August of 2016. If you like the video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Share my video with your friends. If you're trying to figure out what subscription service you're interested in possibly getting a tackle subscription, you don't know which one, I've got 5 different subscriptions that I get each month. I unbox them all on my channel. Check out my past channels and kind of compare and look at what you get in each box each month. Should help you. It might help you decide what you're looking for. But give me a like, give me a subscribe, share with your friends. Until next time, cheers and tight lines.